We speak for the
Hi,
trees, for the trees have no tongues. I'm Nick.
I'm Luke.
I'm Adela.
I'm Eric.
Yeah! Woo!
I feel like that means you're officially
Yeah,
like
you're a
a part of the show.
co-host.
You're no longer a guest.
Yeah.
You're a co-host now.
Do
Wow.
I get some sort of mug or placard?
No, but I'll give you like a firm handshake when I see you next.
Wow.
Um, did you guys finish
Ooh.
finals?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
It feels pretty good, honestly.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can imagine. I can't wait until fucking next week.
Oh yeah. You guys have a lot of finals coming up, or?
I have 6.
Oh fuck.
I just have to write a paper, edit a paper, finish my art project, and take an exam, and that's it.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like four, like me. Yeah, I only had four. Like aside from like the internship and stuff, I had like four actual classes, so I only had like four actual finals.
So
Yeah.
I had six classes, but I had some of my finals early because like there were presentations.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh man, one of them was like the easiest project I've ever done in my life. Literally, like it was a 400 level communication class, and the final project was like a 4-page book review that had generally like to do with political communication. I felt that was like a high school like I mean, come on man, like 400 level class, 4-page paper at the end.
I'm
Yeah.
literally crying right now because I feel like for me 4-page papers are just awful.
Oh man, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like sound like a cocky asshole or
No, it's
anything.
fine.
Just
I'm
No,
just
but you're totally right because it's only a 4-page paper.
okay, Adela, my first fall semester at NIU, I had a 300 level class. It was a political science class, and the research paper, the final paper, that instead of having a test, we just had this paper. It was a 15-page research paper.
wow.
Yeah, dude, that was pretty intense.
Is that the biggest one?
I think that's the biggest one I've ever done. Yeah.
I think the biggest one I ever did was like a 12 or 10-page paper. This was
Okay.
like my
That's
freshman
pretty
year
cool.
of college.
Okay. Yeah, that's I just did a 10-pager for the internship last week. Um, hmm. Okay, hold on. So I have a question for you two Northerners though. Uh, so what did you mean by you went to BioLife? What is that?
We talked about this last time.
Is it the blood place?
Yeah, the
Oh,
vampire.
Yeah.
okay. Okay, well you didn't say you're going to the vampires, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. We went there.
Interesting, interesting. Dude, I'm thinking about doing it. I could use the extra cash over break.
Yeah. Like I used to like think that it was like really scummy, but like genuinely like a lot of people do it. Like you see nurses there. There's like it's not just college kids, like it's like Eric's professor goes to BioLife. So
Huh.
it's a pretty
Well,
common, at least around
my
here, it's like pretty common.
What do they use the plasma for?
Um so I looked like up plasma centers like about them before I actually went, and just because I wanted to know like what they did with the plasma.
Yeah.
And the article I read said that like the United States is one of the only countries that allow like its citizens to donate plasma, and so most of our plasma goes um I don't know if people in the United States use it, but most of the like plasma facilities send your plasma overseas, and then they use it for research stuff.
Research.
How bizarre.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting industry though. Like I wonder how shit like that, like the market for something like that, gets established. Because I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty weird, man.
Yeah, I like it is really weird when you think about it.
Yeah, you're just like literally selling like human essence.
Yeah.
What I wonder is like, where do they get the money to fund those facilities? Is what I was wondering.
Through research.
Yeah, but like even with that, like you have to be really fucking good at grant writing for that shit because like they have like really good deals sometimes. Like my deal just ended, but I was like getting like I think I would get like $40 my first donation, and then of the week, and then my second donation of the week I would get 50.
Yeah.
$90?
Yeah, it was a
Really?
week, but like
Wow.
that was just a special they were having, and then like it ends. So like so like normally it's like your first donation you get $20, and then what do you get your second donation of the week?
50.
50 for your second donation.
Okay,
of the
so
week.
it's usually 70.
Yeah, so you can
Okay.
normally get $70 a week if you go twice.
That is crazy, dude, because, for like the student engagement fund thing I was doing, I was getting paid $75 a week, so that'd almost be double, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like honestly, it's helped me so much, like with paying bills or like just having like extra money to like actually like do something.
Yeah,
Like Eric, I went out to dinner last Friday.
Oh, hold on. Wait. So, speaking of you guys going out to dinner, did you guys indulge at the barbecue place for your anniversary?
Oh yeah, we did.
Eric, she told me about the card she was making you. I thought it was very sweet.
Thanks, he threw the card out.
After like 3 days,
Well, he saved it for a couple days. That's not bad.
I had it for the duration of the anniversary.
You're First of all, I'm staring at the card right now. It's in our bookshelf because I put it there.
Even better.
I'm really glad you know where the card's at that I made you.
Wait, what card? What anniversary? Who are you?
Oh, what is your favorite thing to get at a barbecue place?
If they've got something that has a little bit of everything, then it's that.
Yeah.
That's kind of cheating, isn't
What?
But that's the move right there.
it?
How is everything not an option,
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not wrong. I'm just saying,
Everything is the
It's
best.
just such a hard choice. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Dude, there's this barbecue place right in Woodstock. It's called Barbecue King, and it's maybe like one of the best barbecue places I ever eaten at, man. They have this
Yeah,
fucking. Oh, you did?
I don't
Yeah.
think that was
I
like,
think, do they have two?
it's like Barbecue
restaurants?
Shack or something.
I don't know.
Oh, because
It's
there's
like
like,
the old Crystal Lake barbecue.
oh, okay, never mind. Different
No,
places.
no,
There's
yeah,
a barbecue
it's
place in
right by
Crystal
the
Lake.
square in Woodstock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really fucking good though. It's and it's not like terribly expensive. Um, but they've got this potato salad that it's fried potato salad. So
Ooh.
like the potatoes that they use for the potato salad, they pan fry in butter before putting it into potato salad. It's so fucking good.
That sounds good. I love potato salad.
Yeah, it's almost worth going there just for like potato salad.
I'd probably get like, I would order a large bowl of potato salad,
Excuse me,
please.
sir. I'll have large bowl of potato salad, some extra cheese, and some cornbread.
Yeah, this barbecue shack at Stevens Point, like for a box, like a little box dinner, it's like $5, and you get
It
like,
was $10, but
oh, it was $10. Well, it's $10, and you get a drink. It includes a drink, and you get a little cornbread
Ooh.
and your shit, and you get mac and cheese.
The old
With it.
mac and cheese.
I feel like that's pretty good for $10.
Yeah, that's not bad, man. I haven't really eaten at a barbecue place in a while, man. I kind of got the itch. I got the itis.
Oh.
yes.
Yeah, we should go get some potato salad when we're home for break.
Yeah, I was just about to suggest that. Let's fucking do it.
Let's indulge in Illinois.
Oh my god.
Eric's getting sweaty.
He's got the meat sweats.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Every
Wait, so
year.
Adele, are you gonna be working at the Y again over break?
No, because I don't want to.
Well, that's good. You gotta stick to your guns, man.
Yeah.
Don't let them guilt you into joining their cult again.
Oh no, that was my preschool teaching job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the job that I quit like more than 3 times.
I'm a
Yeah.
quitter.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny. Dude, so all right, I was talking to Luke about this before we started the episode, but so do either of you two okay. Let me put this way. I saw The Last Jedi last night.
I heard it sucked.
It was horrible. It was so fucking bad.
Oh, I'm so mad.
It was really bad, and I was kind of pumped because I like Mark Hamill. I like Luke. I was pumped for Luke to be back in it, and man, I don't. I mean, do you guys care about spoilers? It was so fucking dumb. I suggest not seeing it in theaters. Honestly, it's
My
not.
family's planning on going for Christmas, so I mean, I don't really care, but I heard it was bad.
It's
That's
real
the only-
fucking bad. I'll just put it this way. Like, the plot just makes no sense. Like, pretty much everything that happens in the movie, you're just like, I remember because Hadley came out to DeKalb with Sam and, Eamon Ray and them two and me, we all went to see it last night. And Hadley and I were sitting pretty much next to each other, and pretty much every 5 minutes during the movie, we would, like, look at each other and just go, like, what? There, God damn it, dude. There's a part where Leia flies for no reason.
What?
Yeah, there's
Why?
it's really, really dumb. Like, it makes, oh my god. And it's 3 hours long. It's the longest Star Wars movie ever, and it's basically an entire filler movie.
That sucks.
It's yeah. There was just so many things now that I'm so like, I just don't even know what I saw last night, honestly. Like, I don't know what the plot of the movie was, and I just saw it.
That's not true.
So enjoy seeing it over break.
Wait, so who directed this one?
What's up?
Who directed this one?
A guy named Ryan Johnson, and apparently Disney and their committee of, diversity and crowd mass media, appeasing people, they basically said that they liked this movie so much that they're putting this director in charge of the next trilogy now.
What?
Yeah. I'm very baffled as to how this is developed this way, but
Yeah.
Well,
dude, so
Right.
bad. So bad, man. Oh god. Like, we got back to Eamon and Ray's place at like 1:30 in the morning, and I just felt like it was a waste of a night.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I saw the other day that Quentin Tarantino said that for his last movie, he kind of would like to do a play on Star Trek.
That's
Ah.
disappointing.
I have heard that, actually, and Next Generation, no less,
Yes.
which is the best Star Trek.
I'm not a Star Trek fan.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hit or miss with some people, but Next Generation is like fucking gold, man. That show's really good.
Adela only likes watching shows about old-timey people in England.
I love BBC shows. Those
You love what shows?
BBC
Oh.
shows.
Wait, you
British
watch Downton Abbey?
No, I do not watch Downtown Abbey. I do, however, and if you're looking for a new show to watch, I would watch Call the Midwife. It's a great show.
All of the Midwife. Huh.
Is
It's
it
up.
about a midwife?
Okay, so the show takes place in it starts in the mid 1950s, and then the season now, because there's like a lot of seasons, it's been on for a while, and now they're like in the I would say like 1963 now, but it's pretty much they're like all of these midwives that work through this like church, but it's like a pretty liberal church, and like it's just about these different stories of them helping like deliver babies, but it's like really interesting because like they like have like really interesting topics in the show, like in like the earlier seasons, all of these babies are like being born with disformities, and they figure out, like the doctor that works at like the birthing place figures out it's because like the babies being born without like any limbs and shit, their mothers were taking like
It's like a
like
diet
mother's
pill.
little helper pills.
Hmm.
And that was like they didn't know at the time that you shouldn't be taking those when you're pregnant. So like all of these babies in the like mid 1950s are like have nub limbs or don't have limbs at all.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is it based off of true events or true people at all?
So that I don't know, but I know like before the show starts, like it says that it's based off of like somebody's life. Um
Somebody's life.
I don't know the person's name, but it says like based off of like something's memoirs.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah. I don't know.
Huh.
I find it interesting. Like
What other BBC shows do you watch?
there's this one other show that I used to watch like a while ago, but I can't even remember the name of it. But sorry, I just burped. That was like really
Unbelievable.
so sorry.
No, that was good. That was good.
But yeah.
Spit up a little bit.
Did you guys just eat or something?
No.
Nope.
There you go. Why not, right? I'm sorry. Go on though. Before you burped, you were saying something.
Oh, I'm done talking.
Oh. Dude, BBC's got some good shit though. I like any like David Attenborough special, you know, because that motherfucker's in like his 80s and he's still kicking it.
What old show do you guys like?
What old show? Like any
Yeah.
show in general that's old?
I guess let's
Nick only
do
watches shows-
90s and under.
90s and under?
Yeah,
Like 90s
old
and
shows.
older, you mean?
Yeah,
1890s for Nick.
Well, my all-time favorite old show is Andy Griffith's show. I love that show. I could watch that. That first the first four seasons are really good. Monty Python's Flying Circus is really good. That's one of the craziest fucking shows.
Have you ever seen The Faulty Towers?
I have. That show is also ridiculous,
Yeah,
man,
that's
and
crazy.
hard to watch sometimes, man. Fucking John Cleese, the main dude, he's like, man, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe he's doing this shit.
Yeah, he's crazy in there.
Yeah, for sure. Have you ever watched Flying Circus?
No, I have not.
Okay.
What? You gotta watch it.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to show you guys some over break. I have DVDs. It's really crazy though, man. There's an episode, for instance, where John Cleese is playing like he's acting as a military instructor, like a drill sergeant, and he's training all these guys how to defend themselves against fresh fruit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's hysterical, man. How to defend yourself against a man armed with a banana. And like the cadet like runs up at him with a banana and he just fucking shoots him. Oh.
He came at me with a banana.
Yeah, he came out with a banana. You told him to. No, I didn't.
John Cleese, he's on have you ever seen any of his interviews when he's on Bill Maher?
No, actually. That would probably be really interesting though.
Yeah, he actually pops in as like people on the panel and
Oh.
like every now.
He's a
and
really smart guy. All those Monty Python guys were.
Yeah.
Faulty. I forgot about Faulty Towers though. That's an early one, dude. That's like mid '60s.
Yeah.
Huh. I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's the show John Cleese did before going to Monty Python, like before he formed that group with the other dudes.
Did you ever see the Jamie Foxx show?
I don't think so.
The Jamie Foxx show is like an all-black cast, early 2000 version of The Faulty Towers.
Really?
Yeah, it's like set in a hotel, like a bunch of shenanigans, and it's just like the same, like just shot mostly in that like front lobby.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I'll have to check that out, man.
I have seen a few episodes of that. My roommate was watching it.
Yeah, like really, like a really young Jamie Foxx.
Huh.
Well, of the Faulty Towers, though. Not of that.
Oh.
Luke's
Good Jamie
favorite
Foxx, though.
is
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, but even back then, he was really young then.
John, please, and Jamie.
Hey Luke, wanna know something really dumb? Last Friday, I remembered in the morning, I was like, oh shit, like Luke's birthday was this week, and I was like, remember to tell him happy birthday when we podcast today. And I literally reminded myself 5 minutes before Nick called, and then I completely forgot to say happy birthday. So I guess this is me telling you happy very late birthday.
Well, thank you. Yep, it was a great birthday.
Did you do anything wonderful?
Well, the previous night, I stayed up until 3 in the morning working on stats homework.
All
So-
right.
Then I got up at 7, and I turned in my stats homework, and then I slept all day.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I woke up, I ordered a pizza, and ate the pizza, and went back to bed. Pretty much.
Sounds like a decent
Oh.
birthday.
That's
Yeah, it was nice, though.
a mature birthday.
Yeah, you turned 23, right?
24.
24.
Yeah, remember our surprised remarks last time you told us that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
And then I realized that's not even that much older than us. I was like, oh my god, he's an old man.
Dude, fucking Alexander's gonna be 27 in March,
Wow.
That's so weird.
Oh. Oh,
and
wow.
Eamon is 33.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
30.
What?
Is Rhea the same age or is she younger?
No, Ray is 27.
Wait, Eamon's 33?
I feel
Eamon's
like Rhea.
33.
Wow. Oh, so
Okay.
Rhea is Alexander's age?
Yeah, she's a little bit older than Alexander.
Wow. I feel like Rhea really has her shit together.
Oh yeah, dude, she's
And
on top
Eamon.
of her shit, man. She knows what she's running. I mean, I shouldn't say that she's not running, but she's the director at the DeKalb Community Center now.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah,
So cool.
no, she's killing it, man. Eamon too, man. He's got a solid IT job. He's throwing all that. He's making Wabansi College his bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know what Rhea went to school for?
Social work, I believe.
Okay, wow.
With the
Yeah,
math.
and I mean she has a master's in social work as well, so she's she's certified and all that shit. She's killing it.
Yeah, I think most social work people have to get their masters. I don't think they have to, but most of them do because
Till I get a job, kind of deal.
yeah,
Yeah.
to get better paying jobs.
Yeah, the ecologists have to get their masters to be able to make $30,000 a year.
Interesting.
Oh, nice. Sorry, I was looking at my grades.
Oh, there you go. Oh, wait, are they up?
Just one class, and there's
Wow, your teachers do that really fast.
there's 302 on Blackboard.
Dude, I looked at my 302. I would have had an A, except she wouldn't take my fucking time in the garden as the service stuff.
Yeah.
I got an 89.4, dude.
89. Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah.
You should have went for the 89.5.
Well, I mean, it's too late for that now. It's because
maybe
of
you
those
should-
those damn weekly readings I kept forgetting about.
Yeah,
I forgot about 5 of them.
Nick,
What?
it's not good.
It's not bad.
Eric is a college shamer. He will shame you for assignments and not going to class, not putting in 110% effort. It's because
Eric.
he's a fucking teacher's pet.
Eric, let me tell you something.
I just want what's best for you.
You piece of
Nick,
shit.
I want to hear what you have to say.
and Luke got one too. We got motherfucking bobbleheads from one of our professors that we did our shit
Yeah.
with. So I don't want to hear your shit.
Were they bobbleheads of you each?
No.
No, fuck that. They were little cool, weird looking dinosaur things.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So if he really
That's
liked
so
you, he
cool.
would have made your own.
What did you just say?
No, those are really cool.
Hey man, I mean, the way things are looking right, I mean, I know you're kidding, but like the way things are looking, it looks like I'm gonna have like that fucking B plus bullshit, and then two A's, and then one that could be either an A or a B. So
I just turned in so I'm in a research class, and our whole entire grade is based upon one project, and I just turned it in today, so I'm like really anxious about it.
oh really?
Yeah, because like our school is really weird. I'm not sure how NIU does it, but like for instance, I'm graduating in May,
Hmm.
but I still have classes to take in the summer. And so like after I'm done with summer classes, then they'll send me my diploma.
Yeah,
But
that's how my buddy Evan is doing stuff.
okay, and he also goes to NIU.
Yeah.
And then like if you fail a class, they'll still send you your diploma. You just have to come back and finish that class that you failed.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's weird though.
Yeah. Huh.
They make you sit at this weird desk though, in front of everybody else, and you have to like let everybody know that you failed.
Public humiliation.
Really?
Yep.
awesome. Shame.
Shame. Yeah. Shame. Oh,
I had a lot of shame last semester.
Oh,
Last semester I was completely shamed.
dude, that's how I felt with my chem class last semester, dude. I was getting killed by that.
That's how I feel about this fucking Revolutionary America class. I'm so done with it.
Is it history?
Yeah,
Is it-
Revolutionary America.
Is it like how is it taught though? Is it you know, specifically biased to one?
No, not at all. Actually, I would say like my history teacher is he's very good at doing his job with like one, he picks like really interesting topics from the Revolutionary War that you normally do not hear about. So like for instance, we have like 4 textbooks, and one of them is called Pax Americana, and it's literally like a thick ass book all about how like smallpox shaped the Revolutionary War.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of other chapters in there just about like how smallpox like spread throughout America and how it affected like a bunch of different tribes, and how like since it affected those tribes, how it affected trading, so like it therefore like affected like people back at the East Coast.
Yeah, man. I mean, just seeing with what happened when the Spanish invaded Central America. I mean, you know, aside from the people that they massacred, that the most people died just from infection. I mean,
Yeah,
it's estimated now that in North America there was like somewhere between 60 and like 100 million people pre-colonization, which is like 5 times what they used to think.
yeah, there's a few chapters in the book that we read about Mexico. It was really interesting, because like Mexico is one of like the best places to track smallpox, because they have like they had a bunch of missionaries and churches set up,
Yeah.
and so they were actually documenting when people died, and like most of like not all the time, but they would write like what they died of. But either way, they could tell when like a mass amount of people were dying all at the same time that it was most likely from smallpox, regardless if it was written down or not. But because of that, they're able, like historians are actually like able to use those records to figure out like where smallpox started at, and like all the places it like leaked out to.
Where I mean, when you were reading this, did you find where they thought it was estimated to have started?
Yeah, so it started in Mexico City because at the time they were using the indigenous people there to like mine for silver, and that's what the Spanish Empire was making most of their money on off of, was the silver. And then from Mexico City they had like a a trading trail that went to southern Mexico, and then another trail that like went towards like the east coast of Mexico, and then they had one that went up into California and like New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado. So they had all those different trails, and because of that, pretty much where it started from was in Mexico City, and because of all those different trading things, because like you could have a blanket or something, and that you're like bringing with to go sell in like let's just say like Arizona or something, and you wouldn't even know that there was like that blanket had smallpox, and then you sell it to somebody, and then you give smallpox to that whole entire area.
Well, right. I mean, that's the classic, not necessarily cliche, but like the classic trope is, the smallpox blankets.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but like it's also just with clothes as well. Like if you were
Right.
trading clothes, like traders themselves, like if they were coming from Mexico City, because it takes like a few weeks to know if you have smallpox. I think it takes up to like 2 or 3 weeks to know that you even have it. And in that time frame, even though you're not showing any signs, you're still contagious.
Hmm. Well, yeah, that would make sense because Mexico City's like in like the heart of Mexico, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
oh no, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just thought it was really cool because they were saying that like a lot of the indigenous people when they were like being made slaves to either slaves or pretty much slaves to go mine,
Hmm.
um, are like being like forced to join missionaries and shit like that. A lot of indigenous people like went like hid in the mountains. So like I was like, oh, that's cool. I wonder if that's what my family did or something like that.
Were your family mountain people?
Yeah, my family mountain people.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh. My family are snow people. I mean, you know, my dad's side at least. The old snow Jews.
Snow Jews from Russia.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know where your family is from in Russia?
Um, I know that on my grandfather's side, it's roughly from an area. I don't know if it's an area like a county. I don't know if they have those in Russia, but or like a town, but it's called Bialystok. And then I can't remember the other area, but both places at that time it was part of the Russian Empire. But after my great grandparents left, around the time of the Russian Revolution, post World War One, they carved a lot of that area up into smaller states. So that the area that my great grandparents came from technically were Russian because when they left is from Russia, but it's now one of them was Belarus and the other one was Lithuania. So
Oh, interesting.
yeah, um, and the original last name was Kushlin.
Ooh, Richland.
Kushlin.
And then your grandpa was like, now I'm a new man.
Well, I know. Well, I'm assuming it was more of Ellis Island. Yeah.
Oh, your grandparents came through Ellis Island?
Well, great grandparents.
Your great grandparents.
Yeah. It
That's
was when
really
it was when my great grandparents were small kids.
Oh,
Yeah. Like 1910s.
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. And
And
then
so,
no what?
oh, never mind.
Okay. What I was just gonna say, and then on my mom's side, my grandfather on my mom's side is mostly English and a little bit German, and my grandmother is all Irish. So I'm quarter Irish, and on my grandfather's side, on my mom's side, uh, a relative in his family has fought in every major American war since the Revolutionary War.
Wow,
Yeah, up through the Korean War, which my grandfather served in.
Hmm.
that's crazy.
The artiste.
Do you know when, like your mom's side of the family came to America or not really?
Well, I'm assuming that for my grandpa's side that it was pretty early. I'm assuming like I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Puritan times, like 1600s, 'cause Richardson, I mean that's a pretty like English name,
Yeah.
and uh, my grandma's side probably was later, probably when a lot of the Irish were coming over in the mid 1800s, I would guess. to like New York, Gangs of New York and all that.
That's an awesome movie.
Yeah, Bill the Butcher, man.
That's really cool that like where your family is from. I feel like a lot of people don't
Well,
like
I mean, I'm kind of lucky because
get
my
that.
uncle, my mom's older brother, he spent a lot of time actually researching the genealogy of my mom's side, and so we know a pretty good amount about that side. And there's been a fair deal of investigation on my dad's side as well, because my grandpa is obsessed for some reason with proving that he's Swedish.
That's funny.
Yeah. Which he's not. He's not Swedish. He's Russian.
It's so funny.
Where did your family come from, Adela?
So my grandpa is from Durango, Mexico, but Durango is a city, but he's from the mountains of Durango. It's where his parents lived and he grew up at. And this like is always so crazy to me. When my grandpa was 16, he like lived in this like rural mountain area and like left and came to America. And I like just don't understand how like I would just be so scared doing that. Like leaving something to go to like a foreign place and like you don't even speak the language there.
Yeah. He's a man.
Yeah, that's just like insane to me. Like that's just so, especially when you're 16 years old. Oh my gosh.
No, that's pretty incredible, actually. I mean, there's a lot of stories of people doing that. I think people
Yeah.
that are born in the United States take it for granted.
Yeah, and just like also like the time period that was in, like I just don't know like how you were. I guess not even that. I don't know. I just have so much like I just admire like immigrants so much, like regardless from where you're from. I just think that's like amazing that you can like make the trip all the way to our country and like persevere through all of these adversities you face while you're here.
It's weird how we kind of dehumanize immigrants as just like this, amalgamous group of people that all have an agenda, like the same agenda for some reason because they're immigrants, but like they're just people that have families and want to like live.
Yeah,
Oh
Mm-hmm.
man.
yeah. Did
What if-
you have you guys ever seen that meme where it's like a white family praying at dinner and it's like thank you for the food, Jesus, and then at the bottom is like a picture of like a Hispanic person picking like vegetables in a field.
Yeah.
And it's like Donata at the bottom.
Because his name was Jesus.
Yeah, 'cause his name was Jesus. But I bring that up because the fire's going like around in California right now. Last week a bunch of pictures were released of like most of the people who pick like our fruits and vegetables are like Hispanic people. They're Hispanic immigrants, and there's pictures of them like during the fire, like with just masks on, with, like breathing all of like the smoky air, still picking like our food for us.
Dude, it's
Mm.
crazy. California's turned into like a total hellscape, man.
Yeah, it definitely has.
Yeah, California, Idaho, Montana, a lot of fucking states have been burning this summer and fall and winter, I guess.
Yeah, and then the hurricanes we had.
Yeah. It's weird how both short of an amount of time the news focuses on stories like this, like from a broader perspective, and also like just how little they report on it. Like honestly, like there was a little bit of reporting on when all the forests in Canada burned because there was all that smoke that came down even this far.
Yeah,
But
I
when
haven't.
Montana was burning, I mean, like 2/3 of the whole state caught on fire, and that
Wow,
was
I didn't know
I
that.
didn't see that reported on once.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know that happened this summer.
Oh yeah, man, like in August. I only knew about it because of breakdances with wolves.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the forgive me, I can't remember the name of the pipeline.
The
Like
Dakota
that everyone
Access
was
Pipeline,
posting. Yeah, the Dakota Access
a
Pipeline. I didn't know that already
210,000
leaked.
gallon spill.
Yeah, I didn't know that already leaked because I never even saw it like in the news.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. It's oh god, we're shown such a narrow scope of news stories. It's like, you know, people getting robbed, North Korea's got nukes, people getting robbed, you know, Prey, people getting robbed, Coca-Cola. More shootings in Chicago. Uh, and I actually just found out about this, and I looked into it a little more afterwards. But Joe Rogan was talking about this a little while ago. They're planning on expanding a bunch of highway systems through Alaska, which are going to be threatening really crucial like salmon habitats up in Alaska.
That's
Like,
sad.
yeah. Oh boy.
I don't really like things that like that affect like the like water life for some reason because that's very hard to get back. Like
Yeah.
once the water is contaminated, I don't think it can ever be clean again. I mean, I'm not like a natural resource person.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm assuming. But
It depends on what's polluting it. Some
okay,
pollutants, if they're water soluble, it's almost impossible for you to filter them out. All you can do is you have to wait for them to continually break down into lower concentrations, like through their half-life. Um,
Or you dilute it.
right, or dilute. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, considering the fact that there's already so much pollution and people are going to keep
Yeah.
polluting, and nobody's just going to shut the switch off completely, the solution is kind of dilution. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because that's the way it's already going. I mean, obviously, it's going to get to a point where, you know, the ocean's already so contaminated. There's nothing more we can really put into it. But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
um, what was I gonna say? Um, I can't remember the exact term for it. Maybe Eric knows it. But last year when I took a bio class at our school, um, my professor is like a water resource person as well. Like she's a water resource scientist,
hmm
and so she's like worked in places like Hawaii, Alaska. She was up in like the Arctic for a while. She's done a lot of cool shit. Um, but one of our assignments was they want to build like a cow farm right next to a river around here,
yeah,
and like I see against it because like I can't remember, it was something K with a K. Do you remember what the name of that term is? I don't know. I don't remember the name of the term. I just know it had like a K in it or something. But it was gonna pollute the water from like the cow's poo, pretty much the way I remember it. And like we each had like everyone in my class, like in our groups, had like certain spots along this river, and we had to take samples from it, and
mm,
then she's gonna like every year she's gonna have her students do that to see how the water gets affected by this farm.
Damn.
And I would say it 100% depends on what they're doing
hmm
and how they're managing it. Because when I was up in the Northwoods over the summer, we went to a rotational grazing farm that was like a majority it was just cows, and I'm pretty sure it was just beef cattle. Um, but the way that they did it, and they had a really important, like historically at least, really active trout stream, and it was like shit. And when they started implementing, the guy who owned the farm, his brother was a Point graduate, and he was like a soil scientist, and he was the one who came up with the plan. And his brother, he's an older guy, but he actually got an award from President Obama for like his environmental like practices and stuff like that. And the trout stream is doing better than ever, and the DNR uses his site to study it, and like they're rebuilding the soil. They're not like destroying it. They're doing everything in like a really thought out way. And if you do it right, that shouldn't be an issue at all.
right, right, absolutely. I totally agree, man. It's all about what they're actually doing. Feedlots are the real problem, as well as the massively applied pesticides and fertilizers, and of course the constant biannual tilling, which makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
What I was thinking recently is if they want to, um, have a field that's ready to be replanted, and they want to get rid of all the husks of stuff, like for instance, DeKalb, it's mostly cornfields. There's some soybeans and a little pumpkins here and there, and not all, but a hell of a lot of the farmers will till, uh, they'll till the soil right after they harvest, and then they'll till again in the spring, which is, obviously really terrible for the soil. Um, and I don't know why, if they wanted to, you know, get rid of all like the plant matter on top, but keep better soil quality, why don't they just do like a burn?
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I was driving around and thinking about that. I was like why is nobody just like doing a burn? Like you could leave the corn husks, like you don't even have to get rid of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to, why don't you just fucking burn them? It'll just put the stuff right back in the ground.
Yep.
So,
You're
yeah.
right.
Well, honestly, the best thing to do is just let the geese eat it. I'll see fields covered in geese eating it,
Yeah.
I think they're eating the corn husks. Maybe that's something else, though. Maybe that was soybeans.
It could be. It could be. But I mean, regardless, like, it's not that hard to start a fire in dead corn. Like,
Oh, I love starting fires.
yeah, me too, man. Fire's great.
I'll agree.
Great. Oh, and Adela, you want to hear something funny?
Sure.
Okay, so Luke and I got our grade for our public outreach instrument. The fifth episode of the podcast where we interviewed Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the person, like the TA who reviewed the assignment, she said that she watched like 4 or 5 of the podcast episodes, and she said that she really liked it, but she literally explicitly said, she said you she said you should tell your friend though not to talk about cheating. It's probably not a good idea.
Oh, yeah. I have also been thinking about that. That
What?
is so fucking embarrassing.
I'm pretty sure that was Mrs. Jones.
No, I don't think. Do you think it was Holly?
Yeah.
Really? Really? Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Damn, dude. Well, I mean, either way, she said she really liked them.
Yeah.
$20 and a cookies and cream bar.
It was $10.
I just want you to know. I'm just trying to survive, Holly.
It's not like it's not so much cheating because I'm literally telling Eric, like, I do all of the readings for the assignment. Like, I make an outline and everything. I literally just need help, like, getting my words out. Like
actually transposing it onto paper.
Yeah, and like having it make sense and like be grammatical. Yeah, correct. And so like I'll tell Eric what to say because he's not in that class with me, so he doesn't know any of the information.
Yeah.
I mean,
So, like,
I'm assuming
But still.
it was partially a joke because there was like a winky face thing at the
Oh,
end.
okay.
But
No,
I just thought that was a pretty funny comment.
Yeah.
I really have. I've been like sweating a little bit. Like,
When are they gonna come knocking on your door?
yeah, I'm
This
very
is the cheating
like.
police.
Yeah, I told my boss about it.
Eric, if they come, just run.
That's what I do.
Leaves a trail of like cookies and cream bar wrappers.
Cookies and cream bars and nugs.
It seriously made my day when you said that Ezra texted you that.
Yeah, that was pretty hysterical, man. It's honestly weird. Like I've been thinking about this as I haven't had class today at all.
Yeah.
That it's bizarre how much you get used to always having something to worry about in the back of your head,
Oh, yeah.
like for school. And even when you're like chilling, you're still like thinking about that thing. 'Cause now I'm just like sitting here and talking to you guys, and like
Yeah,
I'm not
no.
really worried about shit right now. It's kind of nice.
I want to be there so bad, Nick. You have no idea.
No, you guys are almost there, man. You're almost there.
I literally can cry.
Oh my god.
Like, this semester just kicked my fucking ass. I'm over it.
Dude, I was over it too, man. Oh, dude, Eric,
Yes.
I heard you didn't do so hot on the written thing.
No, man, I missed it by one question.
Fuck.
And
Yeah.
Do you have to like retake it or something, or?
Yeah, I gotta retake it in the spring.
Oh, does that push back your graduation?
No, you get 2 times to take it regardless. And I'll still have 2 semesters to take the senior level one, so
Gotcha.
yeah.
What
It's
was what was challenging about it that you didn't like expect?
the questions that I know, like, that trip me up, were all of, like, the ecosystem ecology questions.
Okay.
Because it's just, like, those questions where, like, 2 of them could be correct, but you need to pick the most correct one.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And, like, whenever I just, like, I'll sit there and I'll just, like, go back and forth for, like, 5 minutes and then just, like, psych myself out.
Yeah, I got you. You like overanalyze it. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, and usually, like, it's probably, like, be better off if I just went with my gut, but...
Mm-hmm. It almost always is for
Yeah.
some reason. Yeah,
But
that's
it is
tough
what
though,
it
man.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what happened last time, and I did just fine the second time around. Sometimes it's nice just to have, like, a look at it.
Yeah. Now you know you need to brush up more on your ecology.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
Luke.
one thing. Wait, what?
Oh, sorry. No, this is like really ADHD question to ask. Luke.
What?
Is like is Luke a nickname for William that you have, or is Luke your middle name?
Luke is a nickname.
Luke is my middle name.
Luke. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like, because I used to nanny these kids, and I always knew, like, one of the kids I nannied for as Liam, and I also used to, like, work at, like, a before and after school thing he went to, and so, like, I had his paperwork, and I was looking at it one day, and it said fucking William, not Liam on it, and I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? And then I asked about it, and they're like, Liam is short for William. And I was like, I've never heard of that.
Oh, weird. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, apparently that is like a normal thing.
Huh. So do you think that Liam Neeson, his birth name is William Neeson?
Oh,
Whoa.
definitely something.
Is there a
William.
reason why you use your middle name instead of your first name?
Honestly, I don't remember. Like, I think I'll ask my mom, but I'm pretty sure I just wanted to be called Luke when I was really young. Cause like my dad's name is William, my grandpa's name's William. So,
It's a family name.
Rebelling.
William the Third.
well, my dad also goes by his middle name, so maybe that was why.
Okay.
What's your dad's middle name?
James, but he goes by Jim.
James.
James the Second.
Luke the Third.
Disrespectful.
My mom has a cousin, and his name is Junior.
Junior?
Yes.
His name is Junior.
His name is Junior.
Why?
And so I like made the joke. I was like, is his son named Junior Junior?
Oh my god.
My mom didn't think it was funny, but it cracked me up.
I'm sure he wouldn't like to hear that either.
I've got an uncle named JB, and it's just the initials JB. Like they don't stand for anything.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just JB?
It's just JB.
JB. Come on now, JB.
Oh yeah, The Sopranos. Junior from The Sopranos.
JB.
Have you watched The Sopranos?
I did not.
I've never watched The Sopranos.
I've seen like 2 episodes. I saw the episode where they killed the gay guy.
Oh, okay.
Of course, that's what he wants.
Yeah, well, there's a guy in there who's like does stuff, and his name is Junior. He
Is that
does.
like just like a mob nickname, or is his name actually Junior?
I don't know. I guess. Well, that's what they call him though.
Right. But I mean, mob guys usually have like an alias, you know?
Yeah, but like in court, they call him Junior and stuff. I'm pretty
Huh.
sure.
Like Lil
Oh no,
Diablo.
no, his name is John. I'm looking at Wikipedia.
Lil Diablo.
Little Diablo. You know what I was thinking about yesterday when I was walking to class?
What?
I was
What?
like, little Diablo's gonna snort coke out of your ass.
Oh my God. Holly's gonna hear this and she's gonna report you.
No, see, I passed the class. Luke passed the
Yeah.
class. I don't give a fuck what Holly thinks anymore.
Oh, okay. So
I'm
what's
just
up,
kidding,
Holly?
Holly. You're cool.
That'd be awesome if she listened to it. Liked it that
I
much.
see you. I see you over here, Holly.
You're so weird. You're gonna get arrested for harassment.
I like how you just said that you're gonna snort coke out of an asshole, and you're saying Eric's weird.
Right? Right?
That's pure harassment. That's why.
Hey, we're all pretty weird here. Let's face the music.
Let's get weird.
There's music.
Yeah, there's music sometimes.
Oh. Yeah, we should put music in this. We need to
Yeah,
start
I
making.
feel like you should pick a song for every episode,
Yeah.
or like you guys should play one.
I was thinking that too, but
It
That
would
would-
probably be illegal.
yeah,
yeah,
we need
that's
to like
true.
pay royalties.
Is it illegal if you play the song though, Nick? Like
Yes.
on your guitar?
No.
Actually, that's a good question.
Oh yeah, like if we covered stuff, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. Each week you just got to do a cover.
Well,
Really good, but I'm the survivor.
or we could just play a bunch of songs and record them, and then put them in front of the episode.
We
Or-
can play the beat of a song, but choose the lyrics of a different song, and see if anybody notices.
Oh, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
You could get some real fucking weird combos in there, man.
Like you play a song and it sounds like a Neil Young song, but it's actually like Beyonce.
Or like Marilyn Manson.
Even better.
Oh my god.
Tommy the Cat to the melody of Stairway to Heaven.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy the Cat's my name. Can I say unto thee? Dude. Yeah, Les Claypool's such a fucking good bassist.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, when I had a big brown beaver and showed it off to all of her friends. One day, you know, that beaver tried to leave, so she played him off to climb phone stands.
Hey Nick, I have a question.
Yes.
So next, it's gonna be so fucking weird next year when you don't live in your house anymore.
Dude, I
You
know.
won't be in Algonquin.
Huh?
You won't be in Algonquin next year.
Yeah, I know, dude. Nick Harris, man, he's the last OG out in Algonquin.
Wow, that's really sad.
Dude, I know.
Where's Alexander moving? Is he just gonna move in with your parents too?
He is planning on moving for a little while in with my dad's dad, so my grandpa on my dad's side out in Glencoe.
Okay.
And then he's probably eventually, I assume, at some point gonna move in with Jasmine, or they'll get a place together or something.
I really don't want you guys to move.
Dude, I know, it's sad, dude. This is the only house I ever known.
That's really fucking sad. Like I honestly get really sad when I think about you moving. And, like
Oh,
not being able to come over to your house.
I know, man. The basement.
Yeah, or the basement.
The basement.
But I'm sure like your parents are really excited to like start like that new chapter in their life.
Yeah, my mom loves her job that she has now. So that's good. I'm
Yeah,
actually
it
going.
looks like the retirement home is like that your grandparents are like is really nice. Like they treat the old people there like with a lot of respect and care.
Well, so the place that my grandparents are at is not the place that my mom works.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yeah,
a place for your
The
parents.
place my mom works is actually like it's not quite a nursing home. It's like a assisted living place, kind of like the Fountains was.
Okay.
Whereas the place that they're in now, with the level of care that they need, it's like it's actually a nursing home.
Okay.
Yeah. But the place, yeah, that she works at, it's really nice. And I'm actually on Sunday, I'm playing Christmas music and old folky songs there for the old people.
This Thursday?
Sunday. Did I say
Oh.
Thursday?
I don't know.
I
Oh,
think I
heard
said Sunday.
it's Sunday.
I'm
Okay.
playing Mario.
Oh. No wonder you're so quiet. Oh man. Yeah. And then my dad he obviously at some point will be out there, and I mean, yeah, they want to get rid of the house
Burn
by
it.
like summer. Wait, what's up? Oh, sorry. I thought somebody said something.
Yeah, I thought Eric did.
I thought Eric did too.
I just said burn it.
Oh, burn it.
So, yeah.
Burn it.
If I can't live here, no one can live here.
Yeah.
This is my childhood home.
I think the saddest thing for me is going to be that corner in the basement that my grandpa painted on the wall.
Yeah.
Like, just the fact that it's going to get painted over and it's going to be gone.
I feel like you guys shouldn't paint it over. Like, I feel like that's how you should sell the house.
I don't know if you can really sell a house with a corner like that, though. I don't know, man. I mean,
and especially if the people who buy it like want to have kids or have kids already, like you don't know.
But the problem is that if you're leaving it, then you're significantly limiting like the demographics you're catering to, because then you're looking for people that have kids.
I don't know. I feel like personally, even if I didn't have kids and I saw that, like, I don't know. Like, I find houses like very sentimental, especially like when things are painted on them. Like something like that, like I just wouldn't like want it. Like I wouldn't care. I would want to keep it because I feel like it's like
I mean, obviously I want to keep it.
But... Like
but I feel like it's a barrier for a home.
Man, I just remember one of my favorite memories. Oh my god, one of my favorite memories was I was just tripping my balls off and sitting in the basement by myself listening to some music and shit. I was just sitting on the couch and like, tripping pretty hard, and I was just staring at that corner, and I was just watching like all the clouds like kind of like look like they were moving a little bit in the breeze, and the trees on the paint like in the wall were like rustling and stuff.
I'm gonna miss when you kept that trash bag in the trash bin for almost a whole year.
Yeah, pretty close to a whole year, man. Wait, I was going for the record.
That's really impressive.
It just continuously kept getting more compacted and fucking nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell the ladies about that goal.
Don't tell the ladies, yeah. Hey, baby, you want to come over? But don't go in the basement.
Hey, baby, want to see my Harry Potter portrait?
Not this again.
You said what?
She starts taking her clothes off.
Instantly,
Yes.
the panties will be off.
Huh?
I said the panties will be off instantly.
Oh my god. Well, we'll see. If things keep going the way they're going, I might give it a try.
Please send us a picture when you do that.
Oh god damn it. Well, I'm hoping within the next year to be moving into like a place with people in DeKalb, like having a house.
Nice.
So, I mean, I don't know if I'd put it up there, but I would have it.
That should be the first thing you see when you walk into the door.
Yeah.
Oh.
On the top of my door, you have to turn around to see it, but it's this picture of this guy that me and my friend Dylan found at Goodwill.
What?
And it's on top of the door. So like you come in, then you like turn around, and on the very top, like almost on the touching the ceiling, is a picture of someone.
That's so weird.
Wait, like it's just some guy?
Just some guy that had like a signed portrait at Goodwill.
Huh.
He just
Well, I looked him up. He's like what's it called? Talks to spirits type guy.
Like a medium?
Yeah, medium. He's a medium.
Long Island medium?
Is that the chick with the long nails?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, that is.
I've never seen that.
Teresa from Long Island.
What's that?
Stay back, Jack.
So you just wanted the picture of that random man?
Well, yeah. Well, so for a while we like draw over it and then put it places. Like his girlfriend drew him over the face, so it made it look like him, and then we left it in his bathtub. So we like do different things to it, and then we leave it. And like one time I was gone for like a whole like 2 weeks probably, and I came back and he's like sleeping in my bed with like a John Wayne Gacy drawn over it.
Ugh.
Yeah,
That's so creepy.
it was
That's like some fucking Chucky kind of shit.
Chucky. Oh yeah, no, it was pretty weird. It was fun though.
All right. So I'm thinking, if y'all wait, so Northerners, are you going to be back in Algonquin, or I suppose in the Illinois by the time the next podcast would be?
Yeah, we'll be back on like
Thursday
Thursday
night.
afternoon probably, or night,
Err.
Evening.
early evening.
Early evening.
What an evening.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Thursday
Cool.
evening.
Well, we should definitely do some of that shit. That'd be fun. We can. This will be the first time that Luke will be the only one who's not in person.
Wow.
Aw, that's sad.
Well, how far is Algonquin? Oh wait,
I
well I need to look that up.
don't.
You don't know where I am, so.
Yeah,
Um,
that'll be a good time.
What day would it be?
It would be Friday the 22nd.
Uh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
I'll
Well,
drive
if
out
not,
all in person.
huh?
If I drove out, it'd be all in person.
That would be pretty cool. That would be very cool, actually.
Yeah, first in-person podcast. What?
Well, Luke and I are usually like at Aim and Reyes together, but
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
it's interesting. It is a little different, I have to say, when you're
Away.
sitting there with people as opposed to like having them on a screen because like there's some natural pauses that happen in conversation that physical cues will like help
Say.
encourage more conversation or like certain things, but like you don't have that capacity when you're all virtual, which I mean it's not a bad thing either because this is still pretty good I think, but a little different.
Oh yeah.
Being able to look people right in the eye when you shit talk them, great.
Oh yeah.
I love doing that.
Oh my god, speaking of shit talking, I think one of my favorite things was when you told on those fucking people that were parked in the powwow parking area.
Oh. I was just so mad because they were so mean about it. I was like, you're not gonna be mean. That's literally why I did it. That's why I told on them.
Would you like to explain the full story, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so our school has a powwow every year. Just one powwow once a year.
Just one.
And
Fun.
the Club Arrow, they rented the parking lot that's attached to the building the powwow is in, and that parking lot was specifically for the powwow dancers, singers, and drummers, and the elders. Those are the only people allowed to park there. And everyone else had to find, like, that even were going to the powwow, they had to park, not all the other lots, but they weren't allowed to park in that parking lot. And so it's, like, really early in the morning, and, like, a couple people are getting there for the powwow. And then, like, all of these cars start coming in, and I'm, like, standing there with like, cones set up blocking it, and, like, they were just, like, driving by me. And so, like, finally, like, I stopped a car, and I was like, hey, like, you can't park here today because this is for, like, the powwow only that's happening. Like, this is where the elders are parking at. And they're like, the guy's like, I'm a baseball player. This is where we park every Sunday. And then he just drove past me, and, like, the next couple of people did that. And, like, I like went inside and like grabbed somebody that was like in charge of running the powwow and told them what was happening. And then like when he came outside to talk to me, like this guy drove in and he like stopped him and was like, "Hey, this is like a parking lot for the powwow. Like our elders are going to be parking here, so you can't park here today." And the guy's like, "No, I'm actually really important. Like I need to park here. I'm really important." That's literally exactly what he said. And he's like, I'm sorry, this parking lot's closed. He's like, no, you don't understand. I'm really important. And then drove away. And so like they called the campus security and they like came and talked to me and they're like, well, what happened? And then I told them what happened. And then they went inside and they made all of the baseball players like move their cars. And they like, the police officer came up like to me afterwards and it's just like, yeah, they're probably going to give you grief because they're really upset that they have to move their cars. And I was like, are you serious? I'm going to give them freaking grief for being mean. They're just so mean for no reason. Like, you can all move your cars. I don't care.
One of my favorite things, you told me that story when we were at Braywood with Eric Molson, and I just remember you were just like, you're just like, I'll show them some fucking grief. I was like, oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know if like it was just like the fact that they didn't care at all.
They're assholes.
Yeah, like they didn't care. And first of all, like Stevens Point is like one of the smallest UW schools. Like you're not important. You're just you're a baseball player on a shitty college baseball team. Like you're not anything special. I'm sorry.
Just a little piece of shit.
Yeah, little piece of shit.
Little piece of
Well,
shit.
he's shit just like the rest of us.
This podcast got hostile.
Yeah, like this is for elders only.
Little piece of shit.
Just sneak back in here and just like tone it down a second. Soothe all the listeners with my
Calm
voice.
down, Eric. Don't be calling the shots. You just join as a co-host.
He voted again.
You're a guest now, bitch.
Yeah, I have to be introduced.
No, we ain't playing around with that shit. You're introducing yourself.
Eric has to be the Lorax on Sunday.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you like for a play or something?
Yep.
Really?
No.
He was chosen to be the Lorax.
It's just for my work. They're having like our Christmas party, and they're doing a murder mystery dinner. But it's
Oh yeah, you mentioned this last time actually.
Yeah.
Murder mystery dinner. So who do you think's gonna get murdered?
Well, the Grinch is being murdered.
Oh, who did it?
That decided. Yeah.
Who done it?
Yeah, that's exactly. It's a Whoville done it.
Ooh, I like
Oh,
that.
that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Ah.
That was not my original name. I didn't come up with it, but I agree. I like it.
Who
Yeah.
done it? I like that a lot.
By the way, Eric lied in his email that he sent out for Secret Santa that he had multiple fake nicknames in high school. It was like, if you would like to elaborate on your fake nicknames, that'd be great.
We just had to send out an email that included a couple things that like we liked that our potential Secret Santa would get ideas from.
Right, like
Yeah.
a white elephant kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly. And so I just put a bunch of nicknames that reflected things that I enjoyed.
What?
And so far it's worked out pretty good.
Yeah, he had a really good Secret Santa.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate though? Like what you said and what you got?
Yeah, what were your nicknames?
I don't remember all the nicknames, but they were all definitely real.
Wasn't one Squealnelius or something like that?
Oh yeah, it was like Corn Squealius.
Oh my
First
god.
Again.
Yeah, one of them was because I like Kung Fu and MMA. One was because I like the Dead. One was like the Cookie Monstar because I like cookies a lot.
Monstar though, like
Yeah,
Because he's a
instead
star.
like
the
'cause you're a
monster.
star.
the star. Yeah.
You're so full of yourself. It's amazing. Your self-esteem is like just so good.
But if you remember from Space Jam, the opponents of the good guys were the Monstars. So it's like
you're gonna shit on me for this, but I've never seen Space Jam.
Yeah, I've never seen Space Jam either.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know.
That was a Puerto Rican thing.
that's fucking.
It's a Puerto Rican thing only.
No, it's definitely not a Puerto Rican thing.
Not see Space Jam.
I'm pretty sure there's not a Puerto Rican alive that doesn't like Space Jam. That's like one of those things, though, where it's like not everybody with a mustache is a pedophile, but almost all pedophiles have mustaches.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
Mm.
All right. Little Tommy Sanchez is coming over in a little while, so I think I'm actually gonna have to say we're gonna have to wrap it up a little bit.
All right,
Okay.
that works. Want to go until 7? Only 5 more, 16 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
do
I
it.
guess we can start by just. Does anybody have anything super exciting that they're doing for winter break?
Oh.
Nope.
I'm excited to give everyone their gifts, their Christmas gifts.
Oh shit! I need to do that still.
Yeah, I do too.
Amazon Prime. I literally bought everyone's Christmas gifts off Prime. They all shipped to your house, coming
Jesus
boxes.
Christ. The old
Well,
Amazon
I
Prime.
opened the box first to take all of like that packaging shit out, retape it, then wrap it. But
I need to get presents.
Presents.
oh, I have a question actually for all of you guys because I don't have siblings. Do you guys buy all of your siblings a gift? Or is it like mandatory, or is it like if you can afford it? It's not a big deal if you don't.
It's
get
pretty much if you can afford it. I mean, like, the last couple years, we've done like a grab bag where one person just gets one other person something for Christmas just because
Okay.
none of us really have a lot of money. And this year, I don't really know what's happening because I definitely don't have like money to buy pretty much anybody anything, which I feel really bad about, which is kind of fucked up in itself. But I would say that it's not necessarily mandatory. It's definitely dependent on circumstance. But it's like, you know, a nice thing to do, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Eric, you have a lot of brothers. What do you think?
We usually try and get each other at least just like one little gift, if anything.
Yeah, like each of you for each of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's just us.
Sorry.
Eric's family really likes Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, my mom really likes Christmas. And I like Christmas, but Eamon and Alexander and my dad don't really give a fuck.
I'm living with Scrooge McDuck over here.
You're a Scrooge McDuck?
No, Adela is Scrooge McDuck.
Oh,
I hate Christmas.
why?
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like that there's like a lot of pressure with like having to give people gifts. I get really sad. I like the thought that there's like some kids that only get like one present and it's from like the toy like charities that they have.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just that just makes me like super sad
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
year because like you all remember like coming back to school after like Christmas and everyone talking about like all the shit they got and like
Yeah.
what new clothes they got and like if you're a kid that like comes from like a low income family and you only got like one gift and you know it was like donated to you, it's kind of like a shitty feeling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's really weird. Like, everything, every holiday, every American holiday is essentially revolves to some degree on buying stuff.
Yeah.
Like, every single one. It's really weird.
America essentially just revolves around buying stuff, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our religion, man, is consumerism.
Yeah.
This constant cycle of like, oh, my shit's not good enough.
Like that's the main activity is shopping.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah, especially in a long one.
Well, shit, you guys. I don't want to get onto this heavy shit right at the
Yeah.
end here.
Just trying to have a nice Christmas conversation.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, yeah. Well, shit, man. I should probably get you guys some gifts.
What?
I'm saying I'm gonna have to get you guys some gifts. I wanna get you some gifts now. I know
I haven't
gifts
gotten
are on the
gifts from my
table.
grandma yet.
What?
I want your friendship as a gift, Nicholas.
Oh my god.
Or I can make you another card. I can make you a little Diablo card like I did last year. That was
Like, what is Little Diablo, like a bodyguard? She'll just beat the shit out of people with her fat old cock?
yeah, exactly.
It's totally unacceptable.
That was so embarrassing when your mom saw the Miss Nasty card I gave you last year for Christmas.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that was great. That was great.
Who do you think your disgusting alter ego of 2018 is going to be?
In 2018, Little Diablo, because Little Diablo is still pretty new.
I guess.
Yeah, just work,
I don't know.
develop Little Diablo's persona a little bit more.
Just
got
call her
you.
Physocarpus opulifolia.
I can't even say that.
Alright, well, you've got, you know, your waking persona. You've got Ms. Nasty. You got Lil Diablo. You never know what the future may hold.
Yeah.
To the psych ward.
And with that, friends, I think we may have to call it quits here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
7 o'clock. Hang
Yeah.
up now, guys.
Hang up now! Well, it's lovely talking to y'all as always. Eric and Adela, I will see you motherfuckers next week when y'all are back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll have to live it up in the Algonquin house before it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Before
yeah.
it's bulldozed.
Yeah. Burn it!
You should do what they did in Step Brothers. Like as they're trying to sell their house, like wrap one of us in the like shower curtain and like hold us in the bathtub, or like dress up as a Nazi.
I see too many bodies.
Like, that's like people that tie themselves to trees and shit, you know, like same deal.
Yeah. Little do they know, they're hurting that tree with those metal chains.
That tree didn't want them chains.
Nope.
All right, bye guys.
Alright, see ya.
Bye.